Hello. Welcome back to my channel, Sabrina Sells DFW, where you're getting home buyer education, budgeting tips and tricks, and new investor knowledge. Everything I've got, everything that I've experienced that I can share, I'm giving it to you on this channel. So today, I want to give you 5 budgeting tips that I actually use myself that help me stay in line with my budget, adjust to this recession that we're in, but they will not call it recession, but it's a recession, and help me keep my costs at bay so that I'm not experiencing dramatic decreases in my income, even though we're all experiencing the same price hikes. So, the number one thing that I did that saves me the most money is grocery pickup. And the reason why is, as a single mom, like, my time is limited. So when I go into the grocery store, I'm going to get what I get, and I want to get in and get out. And a lot of times my mind is on the hundred other things that are going on. So I'm just gonna go pick up the items that I need. I'm looking at the price, I'm picking up the item. If I get to the register and the price is different, I'm in a dilemma. Do I leave the line, go back and find something that's a more reasonable price, and then come back and get back in the line? Like, I don't want to do that. And so what usually ends up happening is I buy it at a higher price than I was comfortable paying, because I don't want to inconvenience myself, and I'm usually on a time schedule. So grocery pickup allows me to put everything in my basket, actually plan for the meal a lot better than I do whenever I use a shopping list. I look at the meal. Spaghetti's gonna be 2 nights, and whatever else is gonna be 3 nights. I'm able to kind of put those into the cart, look at different options, and I can see the price before I check out. I don't have to check out. I'm not concerned that the price is gonna change. If there's something that I'm buying that's on sale and it tells you that it could sub out the item for something else, and you have to pay the difference for whatever item is on sale, I just don't take the sub, and I know that I can accommodate from what I already have, or I'm just not willing to have it. Now, if it's something that's essential that I need and this milk is on sale, if not, it's regular price, that's fine. I was gonna buy it at regular price anyways. Um, but I use the grocery pickup to save me a ton of money whenever I go into the store. If I just shop, even if I tell myself I'm just getting essentials, I'm leaving out of there and I'm spending 200 plus, right? And it's just me and my son. But if I use the grocery pickup and I plan the meals and I build out my cart in my app, I'm able to save quite a bit of money. I haven't gone over $100. And I feel like I'm getting the same amount of stuff. It lasts me just as long. I have just as much food to cook from. So I don't know what the difference is, other than I'm really bad at impulse shopping. But it helps me save a lot of money whenever I go grocery shopping. The next thing is utility and essentials check. And I do that to make sure that what I'm paying is the best. So for me, my Wi-Fi, for example, my home Wi-Fi for my internet. Initially, when I started, it was $49 a month. And then it went up to $75 a month. And then my most recent bill was $81 a month. I do not know why it's changing. If you call AT&T, it's service fees and other things and other increases that they've done, and it's affecting everybody across the board. Well, that's fantastic for you. But for me, what I've been doing is looking at other options as far as in this area, Spectrum and other companies that are available that are offering better discounts for home Wi-Fi. And I'm going to include a link below, and it's going to include, so this is something that as a realtor I pay for, so that whenever I close on a house, I can share this link with my clients, and they're able to get their utilities set up. They're able to purchase, home Wi-Fi, phone service, whatever they need. If they're moving here and there's a service that they had at home, the phone service that's not available in Texas, they're able to get something set up here, and they're usually able to save quite a bit of money. It's a business for me because for these companies, I'm an authorized retailer. But for them, they don't experience anything different. They click through the website, they click on the brand, they fill out the information. They're getting, phone set up, Wi-Fi set up, and able to check utilities. I just tell them, like, you don't have to go with this utility company. Check and make sure it's the cheapest. If it's not the cheapest, you go with whatever is best for you. But I know for me, the reason why I signed up for this link is because on everything that I've checked, I found a better deal. So I'll include the link below. It is something that you can check. You don't have to buy anything, but you may find that going through the phone service companies that I provide, for a family of 4 or more, the line for unlimited calls, internet, everything is either, I think it's like $26.50 a line for the unlimited, and then unlimited elite ends up family of 4. I think it's $140 a month. Anybody I know that's a family of 4 that has a phone service through one of the major carrier phone providers, they're usually paying 200 plus. So check it out, see if it can save you any money. That's something that I always do, is a complete essentials check. I start looking at everything. Am I able to look at my gas provider in the area? Okay, if I can't, then I'm looking at something else. I'm looking at any other provider to see if I can get these costs down, across the board, anything essential. Even, I'm serious, as small as like a nail salon. If I start noticing that the costs are going up for my pedicures, and I really get my nails done, but I love pedicures. If I start noticing that the costs are going up, I'm going to find another shop. Most people, when you're budgeting, if you start taking out all the things you enjoy, it makes budgeting miserable. So don't remove it. Just find another provider. When the prices drop, great, you can go back to your girl. And I know it's like, oh, I don't want to go find a new person who can do the same thing for me. But if it's going to benefit you in the long run and allow you to still maintain those services and live the lifestyle that you want, it's worth it to go and find a better deal on that item. So number 3, okay, if you're in the market for a car, right, what we've seen in the last 1 year is gas prices skyrocket, and then the cost of everything else starts to skyrocket as well, right? And even the year before that, homes started to skyrocket. So all we've seen is the cost of everything go up. If you're looking for a car in this market, the one thing I want you to look for, and this is after you buy your home, preferably with me, but after you buy your home, if you're looking to purchase a car, you need a new vehicle, please pay attention to the gas mileage. What gas mileage are you going to get on this vehicle? Is it one of the top 5 most efficient vehicles on the road? If you're in DFW or in any major metroplex, you're going to spend a significant amount of time in traffic. Unplanned, last weekend, 140 minutes for me to get home. Typical ride for me to get home from where I was at would have been about 50 minutes. So completely double my trip. Just sitting in traffic, just a complete, I won't call it a waste of time, but a lot of time spent in traffic. And for that, I bought, for me, the most gas efficient option out of what I was looking at. I was looking at cute little Volkswagen SUV. I had just come out of an Audi, so I was looking at the Audi SUV. I was looking at a lot of things, even the RAV4 and the Mazda CX-5. And then I started looking at what's the most reliable and what's the most efficient on gas. And it's the best decision that I ever made, because everything has gone up since I purchased that car, and it's specifically for real estate. So I'm driving around, and as much as I would like to flash and look cute and all those things, and I want to, that's an unexpected expense that could hit me in the face if gas prices went as high as they did before, and I'm in a luxury vehicle that needs premium gas. So think about all of your expenses and think about, does this make sense right now? You can change cars at any point, but does it make sense for what your goals are right now? Number 4, so one thing I really like, and my family knows because I'm always talking about it, I sell my things on Poshmark and Mercari. And my sister does as well. It's something that we've always done. She actually introduced me to it. Whenever we start clearing out closets and start consolidating, decluttering, finding things with tags on them, things my son was never able to fit in. They started off too big, and before I got them in it was too small. We just go and sell those things on Poshmark. And I'll include a link for that as well if you haven't done it. It's something that we've done for a while, and I logged into my account because I wanted to show you guys. Let me see. So, get it where I can show you guys. I don't know if you can see it. I don't think you can. But what it's showing is 261 items sold for a total earnings of just over $2,300. So this is something that I use all the time when I'm decluttering and clearing out, and it also allows me to have extra money. So one thing I do is I'll put that money into a separate account that's not my normal bank account. And so whenever things are starting to get unbalanced in my normal expenses, and I watch my expenses really close, call me cheap if you want to. Whenever expenses start to get really close, that's where I dig into. It's money that was completely unplanned. I didn't buy anything new. I didn't have to invest in anything. I sold things that I already had. If I buy jeans and I never ended up wearing them for whatever reason. I didn't like them when I got them. I didn't want to take them back, and I sell them on Poshmark, and I make a little money off of them. That money is sitting to the side, and I don't touch it until I need it. It's also vacation money. It's also things that pop up money. I just put it into a separate account. I don't touch it. I don't look at it. And I sell it anytime I start cleaning closets, and I see, oh, my son went through a whole bunch of clothes that don't fit. I make a bundle on Poshmark. I put it on Mercari. And I put it for $25, and maybe it's 5 pairs of shorts and 5 t-shirts to match. Just something that simple. It helps somebody else out if they're going through a transition and they're purchasing and looking for discounts. And for me, it makes me a little bit of money on the side. Nothing huge, but it gets rid of the clothes and the clutter and makes a little money on the side. And then last thing, number 5, garage sale. So if you're in an apartment and you're like, Sabrina, I don't have a garage to do a garage sale. So how am I going to do this? What is it, Fiverr, 5 Mile, all those apps where you're able to sell things. If you feel comfortable on the Facebook Marketplace, if you know of other tools that people can use. I'm not the biggest fan of Craigslist, but if it works for you, do what works for you. But find a way to release these items that you're not using anymore. Find a safe way for you to do it. Get rid of those items, declutter, and put a little extra cash in your pockets. And it's just something that I do when I need to go into budgeting mode because everything around us is changing. Another thing that I like to do is buy an investment property. But if that's not really your field and you haven't purchased your home yet, it's another way to get more income coming in without having to go and work an additional job. So if you have any questions about anything I went over as far as budgeting, these are tips that I do to make sure that I can account for increasing costs without having to do any additional work. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and I'll share those links I discussed with you guys. Talk to you soon.